we'll just go live a minute early.
You shouldn't cuss right in the beginning because YouTube will auto censor things. You should always wait at least a few minutes before you drop your first F-bomb. That's how YouTube get dropped you off right away. Hi guys, it's Sunday. We got Mr. Jenkins with us. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
Him's a very, very fat boy too.
Yeah, we weighed him this week, and he is 25 pounds. So
Which is why you hear him go thud when he jumps.
yeah, but welcome to Four Cozy Cat Games. This is our Sunday Sundries where we talk about everything.
Anything, all the things.
Yeah, we got a weird and varied list today of things that we're gonna kind of touch on, and we've got a couple of 2-player games to unbox for you guys that I picked up. One was a Kickstarter, and one is an IP that we have the full game. So
yeah,
but
so we're gonna get rolling on going through all of our different. We're gonna do Kickstarters first. What's coming up? What's out? What looks interesting?
yeah, we've got a huge list of that.
We do.
I typically do the majority of the Kickstarter stuff.
Only because if we both did it, we would be in like massive debt.
Yeah.
Why do we have 6 copies of the same Kickstarter?
Yeah, that actually. So technically, we have bought 4 copies of Fox Experiment, I think.
Yeah, or the 3 or 4 copies of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I also have the wooden Kickstarter coming. The wood pieces. So I think starting out first, we're gonna go through a whole host of Free League stuff.
Free League is our friend.
Free League is our go-to now. So
we were at an event at Crazy Squirrel last night for one of the owners' birthdays, and we ended up having an entire chat with a group of people about Free League games. Like, yeah. It's just their systems are just so good, so well done. Even the little problems they have aren't like, make or break kind of things. Absolutely love all the Free League stuff. But I think we got Coriolis.
So we got the majority of our Coriolis Kickstarter, but the campaign box set was not ready. So Free League, being awesome, sent everybody stuff that was ready.
They sent what was ready, and then only delayed what had to be delayed.
Yeah,
so shipped twice. Like most companies would have just been like, we're gonna sit on this, and for we're just gonna ship it twice. We're gonna ship what we got, and then we're gonna delay on the campaign part. So we've already got our core book and everything.
Yeah, the core book, the dice, and the
beautiful
DM's screen, which I think we showed off 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's behind me somewhere.
But
it's all the way up top.
Let's see. That I'm really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm really moving more towards like the horror and the space, and I think we've just played fantasy-based stuff for so long. I'm ready for a
fantasy. All starts to get kind of a samey,
yeah.
Hero's adventure. Even when you do something creative, it all kind of devolves to the same sort of feel.
Yeah.
And the horror ones all have that nice, like, it can be in your face, it can be the slow creep, it can be all sorts of things, and I really like that feel to it. But yeah, we have our Coriolis stuff all coming. That's one we have not actually had a chance to play yet.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to get going on that. Vossen. That one's been funded for a while, and that should be getting here pretty quick.
Yeah, I think it's on. The fulfillment says weeks away. You never know. We're in the U.S., so
we're in the U.S. and anything coming across on a ship is currently in limbo. There's a cat fluff on my nose. I can see it. I got it. Okay.
Next up is Alien 1.5.
I'm not sure whether it's a 2.0 or a 1.5. Or, from what I've seen of it, it's not that different. It looks more like a consolidation of what was already there with some fixes and some little additions.
Yeah, they're calling it like Alien Evolved.
Yeah, Alien Evolved or something like that.
Pledge Manager is still open until October 10th, so you can do late pledges. That is one where I pretty much went overboard and got all the things.
It looks great. It looks beautiful.
It does.
I know I've said on this a couple times. They got rid of the black back pages, which I,
He's salty.
I'm a little salty on that because I really liked the black. I know a lot of people had vision issues with it. People who have eyesight trouble, a lot of people that wear really heavy glasses were having a lot of trouble reading the books. On top of that, printing black with white text
Yeah.
is so much more expensive. So I understand why they ditched it. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. We'll have our original stuff.
Oh yeah.
Next up is Flamecraft Duel plus a Flamecraft expansion, which I feel like kind of slid under the radar a little bit.
Big time. I didn't hear about it until like the pledges and things were already going.
Yeah, so they came up with Flamecraft Duel, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Like, two-player games are hard to find.
Good two-player
Good two-player
games.
games. So they threw in with Flamecraft Duel a expansion to Flamecraft, and which was kind of crazy. So I did back that. I actually backed 2 copies because one is going to Mike and Ash. But they are on the boat, and it looks like they're supposed to be here in October. So I would say end of October, November.
That'll be nice. Get some Flamecraft stuff going.
Yeah, because we love Flamecraft. The joke is, what is it? What do we decide? It's Wormspan,
Yeah, Wormspan is where they're exploring it, and then you go to
Flamecraft,
which is building the town, and then you go to Cinder, where you're dating the dragons.
yeah. It's just I don't know why that correlated for both.
I
of
don't know
us.
why that became our little
Yeah.
like house fanfic thing going, but yeah, that's those 3 are just a series for us now.
I also love that it wasn't just like me; it was like both of us.
Yeah,
Like
when everyone we told that to has been like, "Oh yeah, that makes
That
sense.
makes so much
That makes
sense.
so much sense. Yeah, that's about right."
yeah. Dragonbane, campaign books, which I think there were 2 of them. It's like Arkland and something else. The late pledges are still open. I'm not sure for how long. They, yeah, I don't know for how long. Once they go to that stage, I kind of stopped paying attention. To be
Well, and
honest.
the Dragonbane one, we were in it right away.
I did. I was one of the first
It
people.
fully funded right away.
Yeah.
It had the pretty alt covers for everything, and
Which even though we have the original, the basic ones, I got them.
we skipped the alt covers when we started getting Dragonbane because neither one of us were like really sure if we were gonna like Dragonbane.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, we're not gonna spend the extra $20 a book for the alt covers, and then we ordered them, and then we loved it, and then we're
Yeah.
like, man, we should have spent the extra $20 for the alt covers.
They are gorgeous.
They are.
Um,
So we'll yeah, I don't have any alt cover stuff of theirs. I do have a couple other ones that have the same.
They're on the other shelf.
But they're on the other shelf.
Yeah.
It's that nice like semi matte green with gold leaf on it.
Yeah. We have actually outgrown our 5x5, and I have had to start putting TTRPGs on other shelves in our like living room area.
When for you guys on camera, I always want to turn some things like face out so we can see some boxes, and I'm like, yeah, but if I turn one face out, that means there's like 3 more I have to figure out where they go.
Yeah. So, upcoming, well, active Kickstarters
Yeah, so we got Invincible, another free league
based off Invincible,
based off of
the
Invincible, the
cartoon
animated show.
the animated show, or the
So
comic and animated.
the we'll have a superhero RPG, which the only one I have played so far has been Power Rangers,
Yeah.
which I did on Top Hats Off, and it was really fun. The system's good. It does not Power Rangers very well.
Good
It had
system, bad Power Rangers.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
heard that system does really good for My Little Pony.
Mhm.
I have heard very little of that system for GI Joe or Transformers.
Yeah.
And then Power Rangers, it did really good right until you needed to summon a Zord. And it's like, cool, so the Zords are useless?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Zords are useless. Okay, great.
You just like hear everybody, because he was playing on Top Hats Off, and you could just hear everybody being like, "What is this?" So
Dapper even house rules some things to make it better, and it's still the entire time
Yeah.
because I was in from like episode 22 to 44 or something.
yeah,
And we called the Zords like twice.
yeah.
And not because we needed the Megazord, just because we needed like a Zord to move a thing or a
Yeah,
Zord to travel somewhere or
because you couldn't fight with them, right?
yeah,
Like,
you could fight with them, but it was just like, okay, cool. So no matter what my stats are, I use driving
yeah,
to do everything on the
yeah,
Zord.
yeah,
And I didn't put points in driving because like, how am I going to drive as a Power Ranger?
right.
Apparently, it's every time you want to do anything with your Zord.
All right. Next up is one that he had sent me. I had kind of seen and I didn't really look at, and then I went back and looked at and decided to back.
I send it to her and she says no. And then she sends it back to me like a week later. I'm like, yeah, that's the one you already said no to.
So I went back and I looked at it again and I backed it. It's called The Sheep, a ghastly game where the sheep are apex predators. There is 18 days left to back it. It has a couple of good tiers. You don't have to get all the things. Um,
It reminds me of that old movie Black Sheep in
yeah,
Boardgame 4.
yeah,
Tabletop Throwdown. What we're gonna make you get back into RPGs again? You say that like that's a bad thing.
yeah.
We got to
So,
have RPGs going.
but also High Tabletop Throwdown, which is Mark.
Mhm.
Thank you for the compliment on my hair. I did just get it redone this week and yesterday made me
Mhm.
very happy. Um, Next up is a reprint with an upgrade.
Yeah, a reprint with an upgrade. Dinosaur Island fully charged. It has a whole bunch of upgrades to it. Dinosaur Island is oh, you can actually see it like right here
Yeah,
over me here. The really like
the whole shelf.
purpley bright. Um, it is very much Jurassic Park theme, but it has that like pop rave style artwork to it.
Yeah, like 80s
Yeah,
synthwave.
I could probably. I got arms. I got arms. Ah, I'm gonna fall.
It's
I'm gonna
heavy.
fall. It is heavy. All right. So yeah. So very much like we'll even get on the we'll even get on this camera here. Look at that. That is that very like
Yeah.
pop synth, that like late '80s, early '90s, and the entire game is this color scheme. But once you open it up and actually get into like your boards and things, it's that color scheme, but it's not quite so like in your face about it.
Yeah.
But it still has like all that same like really bright, really nice, like definitely 80s. Like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah. We've played it twice, I think.
Yeah, two or
Um
three times, yeah.
I actually picked it up. I didn't hear anything about it. It was kind of pre us getting into like Kickstarters, and I picked it up at a garage sale at Crazy Squirrel. They do their garage sale once a year.
It had been in Squirrel for I've been looking at it for like over a year. I've been looking at the game and I'm just like, yeah, but are we gonna play that? I like the art and we hadn't quite got into the I pick up all the games just for the art thing yet.
Yeah.
So we finally picked it up at garage sale and then we collected the entire rest of them very quickly.
Yes. And it was nice because they did show up at garage sale, which was like, oh, cool. This game was owned by somebody I know,
Mm-hmm.
taken really good care of. Cool. It's mine now.
They have really nice, like the dice are supposed to look like amber, like
Hmm.
fossilized amber. Um, and it's like a multi-die, proprietary dice for, just for that game. And it's a resource management, dice rolling, competitive park builder.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And it's one of the ones we probably ought to do a 4-player on. Although
Yes.
now that there's a Kickstarter coming, we might wait for the Kickstarter
Yeah.
version.
We tried to do the roll and write, and we just needed a little more
Rar and right.
raw and write.
It's the rar and
Yeah.
right.
Rawr. But we needed a little more background on it because roll and writes or raw and writes are not really our thing.
I've played a few of them, but haven't really been
Yeah.
my go-to. Well, and it needed more players.
Yes.
It was one that suffered from not having multiple players.
Yeah. Last but not least, as we talked about the Fox experiment earlier, they came out with a deluxe wood edition on Crowdfunder, whatever it's called. I typically only back stuff on Kickstarter, but I did this one and I only got the deluxe wooden pieces because, like I said, we have bought.
Multiple copies.
Yeah.
Fox Experiment is fun. It's based off of the Russian Civ Fox breeding project, where they're trying to basically domesticate foxes. Which, if you know biology, is not what they did. They basically made very dog-like foxes, but they really aren't like domesticated. They're hybridized and kind of weird. So they aren't really domesticated foxes. They kind of but it's based off of that. So you take turns going through and you breed foxes, and you'll have like certain numbers of male foxes, certain numbers of female foxes with different traits, and you're trying to get all the traits you want. And at the end of each round, your actual foxes you bred end up going up into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So your first couple rounds, you're like, oh, the foxes are okay. But then after 3 or 4 rounds, when your pool is like all these ones that you have bred, you're like, oh wow, the stats are getting really high.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a mic in here now.
Yeah, he popped in a little bit ago. I guess I technically lied. Last Kickstarter, while I was looking up the info for the Fox experiment, seeing when it was shipping, because it's supposed to be here, um, they are coming out with another Borderlands Mr. Torg and the Arena of Badassery 2. And we just picked up the first one.
Haven't played it yet.
Haven't played it yet. But we are both huge,
So,
huge fans.
Somewhere around the house is the Mr. Torg little doll that came with it, but the cats have decided that they like Mr. Torg, and they have been carrying him around and batting him all over the place.
So, but we are a huge, huge fan of the Borderlands IP, so we will probably, unless it's just a ridiculous price, I will probably pick it up anyway. We don't really have room in this house for it, but we're moving soon, so um, I'm just gonna keep
You got a couple months.
that in mind. What was that, Mike?
You have a couple months before you got to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple months, but that's all right. We'll have it all planned how to overflow of board games quick enough. Speaking of Borderlands, I finally got some time to play a bit of Borderlands 4. I'm liking it. Like the rest of the internet, I hate the invisible walls. But all in all, I'm enjoying it.
I have not really gotten time to play, and the couple times I have played, unfortunately, I have crashed, and which is crazy because my computer is.
Well, it's an issue with the graphics driver, and you have to turn something off in your graphics driver settings, not the game.
Okay,
so
well, we'll do that later. Yeah. I did play a little bit this morning, probably the longest I've played since it came out, and I am enjoying it. I just have to get used to it because 2 was like.
We played a lot of Borderlands.
We played a lot of Borderlands too, so let's see. Let's switch it up. So I got a new car. I'm very excited. It's a used car. It is used.
It's a 2017 Kia Soul.
And
New to you.
I'm going to kit it out all nerdy. I got a bunch of stickers coming, and I bought very like goth looking seat covers and stuff.
Witchy, not goth.
Witchy, yeah. So I got witchy seat covers and purple accents, and yeah, and I got a good deal on it, and I was pretty. I'm honestly pretty freaking proud of myself, except for the fact that it's manual and I can't really drive it very well.
We've had it for a week, and I've been driving it the whole week because she had to take my pickup, and I had to take her car because she can't drive it on her own yet.
Yeah, I mean, I could have. I just think I would have had panic attacks at work, going to work every day. But I'm forcing myself on Monday to drive it to work, regardless of the consequences. So, yeah, wish me luck, and wish the people on the road with me good luck. Because we took a test drive yesterday, basically from our house to my office, which is a good 45-minute trek through town. And I had one guy flip me off, and one guy was very nice and asked me if I was okay.
As if we were having car problems.
Yeah. So, and nervous, but I gotta put my big girl panties on and do it. Driving the truck to my office every day is not really a good option. But yeah, so that was that. That was fun, and I think that's all for that.
That's kind of what's going on there. Let's see. What do we got coming up for some games?
So I know we mentioned Tea Witches, which is by the same artist who did Flamecraft. I'm really excited for that. I asked Crazy Squirrel to order it for me because they hadn't gotten it in. There's a couple upcoming games. One is Cats and Dragons, which I haven't had a whole lot of chance to like look at, but the art.
Art will sell a game for me.
Yeah, art will pretty much art and theme will sell a game for
Mhm.
us. And then an OG game I really want to pick up is Calico because Knitting Circle is coming up, or I think it was releasing like now. So,
Four Shuffled Dartmoor.
which I just put on hold at the game store. I'm
We
excited
like
for that.
Four Shuffle.
And it is a separate game.
Yeah.
It is a standalone.
Yeah, it's not an expansion. It is a standalone.
Yeah. They have 4 expansions for Forest Shuffle, but then yeah, this one will be and it's supposed to have some slightly different, same feel, slightly different.
That's usually how extra game goes.
Yeah. Echoes in Time, again, art. If you go look it up, literally has a anthropomorphic raven on it, and like
Birds are cool.
yeah. Dinosaur Tea Party.
Dinosaurs. I like dinosaurs.
There's literally Victorian dinosaurs like in Victoria in outfits, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be a stupid
I just
game.
picked up a book that's Damsels and Dinosaurs I've been reading through, and it's literally like the Victorian era young girl has gone to her aunt's island because they're not sending in the honey supply that's supposed to be there, and then there's like dinosaurs on the island that her crazy like aunt has been bringing back to life.
He literally had me order a like physical copy of this book.
Well, the physical copy was cheaper than the Kindle copy.
Yeah, that's true. And then last but not least is Trinket Trove, which is got little mice-ids. Which, considering I hate mice, we have a lot of mice themed games.
Mics are cool.
So, yeah, so that's it for that.
And that's what's going on there.
I think Mike, how's your day going? He must have ran away.
You scared him off.
I did scare him off.
He's lost to the void.
Well, maybe we'll talk about these.
Yeah, let's talk about these. So we picked up a couple new games. We've got Lost Lumina, and Isle of Cats Duel.
Yeah, so this came out a few years ago. And like I said, we have the full-size actual game, which is decent 2-player, which is why I wanted the 2-player. And then this was in when things were very uncertain. This is one of the few Kickstarter games I did because it was incredibly inexpensive. And this just
It had the little polymat, which I mean, if you get the little you get the little mat, and we're probably gonna buy it because these are so much better than boards.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that these take over and that companies realize that these are better than the cardboard.
Yeah.
And you were more apt to
Unfortunately,
buy
they're
things.
doing it as premiums now.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, sorry, everybody.
Zooming all over the place.
Zooming all over the place. So we can
Where's
get.
that? There we go.
There it is. We didn't mark off our little camera this time.
I usually put little pieces of electrical tape, little squares on to show our camera borders, but I didn't do that this time.
So here's the
Cardboard version. Are you gonna tear it in half? It opens the other way. You're opening it the wrong way.
Whatever.
So yeah, so that's, you can see it's just the cardboard version of the premium mat.
Which I don't know. It had a mat, so that's why I wanted it.
Little rule book. What do we got? How many pages? Does it list my pages? It does not number my pages. I can't tell you how many pages it is. Let's see. It's like a dozen pages. And it's got a lot of artwork in the rule book, so there's not a lot of text.
And it's a raccoon and owl meeples, which are really cute. They're nice, good quality wooden meeples.
I like wood meeples.
Yeah, with little graphic on them. So,
looks like it's game is played in phases.
Yeah, this is literally first opening. Like, it came with these really gorgeous sleeves. Well, that was an option and that I did do. Came with
Gather followers and move them across the land.
Pretty
So
nice.
it's a board control game. Those are pretty nice. They're translucent with glitter in them.
Yeah, they're just really simple but really pretty. I did get the little Kickstarter special guy.
Definitely, Jason, rules like games are starting to make a splash. I like big complex games, but sometimes you want to just sit down and play a little quick simple game. Like when we're done with this, we're going up to my parents' house, and I always like to try to bring a game to play. And if it's not super super basic, my mom will be lost in 2 seconds and have no clue what's going on. Machi Koro was too much for her.
Yeah. Oh, there's a foxy.
There is a fox.
These are freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is I did grab it pretty much solely based on the art, which is, just how Steve and I do things.
Well, it ends up working out pretty good because if a game can actually like pay an artist to do good art for them, that means they've usually put a bit more work into the game.
Yeah.
If a game cheaps out on their art, doesn't pay a good artist, uses AI art, something like that, then you know that they've cheaped out.
Yeah.
And if they've cheaped out, it's not going to be a good product.
The only thing I'm kind of bummed on, and I'm actually just going to by default do this, is the box is a great size. The insert is a great size. Except...
It doesn't fit sleeved?
No, it doesn't fit the mat.
Oh, it doesn't fit the mat?
So we are pretty much going to use the mat. So I will just...
Yeah, and it's not quite big enough to join our rack of mats that we have on the door over there.
No, I got the mat holder that had kickstarted a couple years ago from the game store. And we used to play Magic, but we don't anymore, and we still collect playmats because the game store gets them in and gives them to us normally.
Well, and I at this point, I know quite a few of the artists that draw them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun, like, oh, hey, Andrea, look, I got a mat with your art on it. Yay.
And when the store actually gets Andrea's mat art, they normally give me one, which is nice. So that was Lost Lumia. I was going to do videos of these, but because they're so small...
They didn't quite merit a video.
Now, I can't remember. I did not open this one at all either.
It has a pencil.
Oh, no, I did. Okay, I did open this one because I like to punch things out.
Ooh, okay, it is double-sided now. Cool.
Yeah.
The actual score sheet is very, very basic. So if you didn't want to use your book, you could just write this down because it's just blue, green, orange, purple, red families, lessons, rats, and rooms. So
And they've mixed it up. Now the cat's licking their butt.
as cats do. So let's see what we got. Oh, it's got a centerboard in this one?
Yeah.
It's got a centerboard in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to zoom the camera so there's a bit more stuff on there. So Isle of Cats, you're on a ship, and you're placing the cats on the ship. There's rules for placing them, and you're trying to kind of put them Tetris style, and fill in your ship as best as you can. You're trying to cover up these rats because the rats make you lose points. And there's a whole bunch of like rules for what gives you what scores, what gives you what points and things, and the base game is it 4 to 6 or 1 to 1 or
It's 1 to 4,
1 to 4,
and there's
yeah.
an expansion that
That
will
brings it to
give
6.
you 6.
because
but I
it
can't
adds
find.
kittens.
Yeah.
It adds kittens.
Also, hi Jason. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, it's a great little game. We've played it a few times with a few different friends. It runs really well. But yeah, like here, you can actually seal it overly well, but you can see it's got like the cats sort of out on the boat. You fill it all in.
My favorite part.
Oh yeah, part of the instructions for setting up the game is to put a cat in the box.
Yeah.
It tells you that's part of the instructions. You must put a cat in the box.
I will also say I love the bag. It's just super simple.
They also use the really heavy cardstock for these, not the light one. So these game boards are quite a bit better than your usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do an Isle of Cats video.
Yeah, we're gonna be recording either after work this week, or I know we're gonna record some with Mike and Ash on Saturday. I don't know if we'll have enough.
That'll be fun because I've yet to actually set up the 4-player camera setup. In fact, the one camera is right here. It's still in its box. I mean, while we're unboxing, you guys want to unbox a face cam? Let's unbox it. Let's unbox an Elgato face cam because I mean,
because
it's here and this is what we use. We use 2 of these right now. This will be number 3. So in the box, we have instructions. It's a webcam.
Who needs those?
You've got your webcam cable. It is a USB Type-C onto the camera. And as you can see, it's a USB Type-C that plugs into the camera. So it's not like most webcams where it's the cable's built in. So if something happens, if the cable gets mangled, you can replace the cable. The actual camera itself, they are pretty heavy for being just a webcam. They come in a nice little wrapped up box, and you get your Elgato face cam, which is exactly what's, well, ours just died. Why did I hate this sometimes. This computer for some reason does not like keep face cam the virtual camera running, and I have to reset it every so often. And it is random when it does it. Come on, there it goes. Yay. Okay, so that down comes back. So it's got a camera shutter, privacy shutter, that I just leave open on all our cameras because it's way deep in to get in there.
Oh, on those.
Yeah.
On
the other ones.
Yeah, on the
Neos.
little ones. The Neos, I close mine.
Yeah. It's got your normal little clip it to a monitor. And then if you want to, you can unscrew that. And that comes off. And now it's a 1/4-20 thread that you can put on a boom arm or a tripod or whatever. So like the one that's up here that's recording down on the table, it is on a piece of PVC pipe hanging from a bar on a 1/4-20 bolt, and that just holds it pointed down the table. And then the one that's recording us right now is on the monitor bracket. It was on a tripod, but I realized that since we have monitors on the table now to be able to see what the hell we're doing, it probably would make sense to just put it on the monitor stand, since it put it at like the same height, and that let me get my monitor centered. But yeah, the face cam is great. Like I said, the cable plugs into the camera, into the back of the camera. So if something happens, you just replace your cable. They are a little picky about cables. You don't have to use the Elgato cable, but it will complain with some of them.
Yeah, I wish when we started I had just spent the money and got those, because we did buy some cheap
Cheapy
cameras
ones.
first, and then a not so cheap camera that didn't really do what we wanted. And it's good camera, it's just not
It's good camera, just not for what we wanted.
Yeah. So
Then these are the Facecam Mark IIs. There is a Facecam Pro that has a lot more stuff to it. It's also a lot more expensive.
yeah.
There's also, like we said, we have the Neo, which is the lesser version of this Facecam. The cable is built in on that one. It has a different privacy shutter that's easier to run. We were basically, for Sundays and recording, we were coming out here, and then for Wednesdays we were unhooking the cameras, bringing them back into the other room, and hooking those computers. And we finally went like, no, that's dumb.
We're not about that life.
We're not doing that. And we picked up the 2 little Neos to kind of fill in that gap there. So the Neos are over there.
Yeah.
When you see us on like Dragon Bane and all of that, we're using the Neos. And then when we're over here in the living room, we're using the Mark IIs. So the way to tell is if it's the actual board game shelf, we're on the Mark IIs.
Yeah.
If we're on the green screen board games, then we're using the Mark Ones or the Neos. Oh my God. Why is it being... This is a Windows issue with the camera hub, the virtual hub, which is probably the most powerful part of these cameras. They do a whole bunch of... So like right now on the down cam, I can zoom it in. I can zoom it out. I can do presets that I can switch between. I can change... the picture, the contrast, saturation, everything. I can do all of the settings, all the exposure, all the white balancing, the noise filter. I can change the noise reduction on it, which I probably should bump up to get rid of some more cat fluff. All of that can be done from the camera hub It can do AI backgrounds. It can do light effects. It can do all sorts of
You have
fun
to save
things.
it.
Yeah, I know how to save it. So it can do all of that. One of the things it does that's kind of fun is it does a effect where, like right now I'm looking at the other screen and you can see my eyes are now over on that screen. It will actually use AI software to bring my eyes back so that no matter where I physically look, it'll always look like I'm looking at the camera.
That's creepy. I don't like that.
It's kind of creepy,
Yeah, I don't
but
like
it's
that.
great. Like if you were trying to do like a Twitch stream or something where you do, I'm looking over here, or I'm looking over
Yeah.
here, it'll kind of keep you on the camera.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah,
so
then honestly, Elgato stuff is pricey, but
it's pricey, but it works. It's
and it
good.
goes on sale.
It does go on sale.
They will do good sales on their website, and occasionally Amazon will have better sales. I did buy like half of this from their website because Amazon.
Yeah, I've got an Elgato green screen, which I love.
Mhm.
I'd like to get a bunch of their key lights, but they're like $120 a
So
piece.
expensive.
But I would like to get some of their key lights. I'd like to get some more Stream Deck stuff.
Yeah.
What fuzz? Cat's yelling.
The Stream Deck stuff is actually next on my list.
Mhm.
We just, yeah, it is next on my list. I'm excited to grab that stuff because then I get a Stream Deck on my computer desk.
Yeah, they work so very well. Hi, Fuzz. Are you on? You're gonna be up on there. You're gonna be our table cat. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna block. You're gonna throw your fluff butt tail in the way. Look at that. Look at this. I got it. I got it. I got it, guys.
The cats have been very unhappy. The weather change, and then we've been having
Tell the internet how unhappy you are.
We've been having dogs on our porch, and no.
No, you don't care today. You don't want to. You don't want to complain.
Really?
You don't want to complain to the internet. She doesn't want
There
to
she
put
is.
down though. Yeah. So no, the Elgato stuff I really like. All of it links together. The Stream Deck will control all of it. So if you have the key lights, you can change the intensity, the color, everything just from your Stream Deck. Push the buttons. It links into OBS, so a lot of the controls you can go through that. So I really enjoy it.
There's app for your phone.
There's an app for your phone, which for free will give you 6 buttons, which doesn't sound like a lot, but because of how the Stream Deck software works, you can actually do quite a bit with 6 buttons. Because you could make it change between like a whole bunch of different menus, and you could actually anything you could do with the big Stream Deck that has a ridiculous number of buttons, like what's it got, 30 something buttons.
Yeah, it's like 36 or 32.
You can do anything you do with that. You could do with 6 buttons. It would just take more menus.
Wish you guys could see her like just out of camera. You
You
kinda
can see her on the top.
yeah.
You can see her on the top down camera. She's right here. She's just lounged in front of the speaker.
Yeah. And we're, by the way, I don't think we mentioned it. We are doing a shorter stream today. We have family stuff that we are.
Yeah, which will be kind of persistent for the next up to 7 years. We'll find out. Long story short, my grandpa has cancer, so I'm going to spend as much time as I can up the hill. So we're going to go drive past Mike's house, and we're going to go all the way up the hill to my parents' house.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got that going on, and yeah. So that's why I guess segue into a couple things. We're gonna be switching Sunday Sundries to 11 a.m. Every other Sunday.
And the recorded video will move up an hour to match. So our Sunday videos, be it pre-recorded or Sunday Sundries, will now be 11 a.m. So start an hour earlier. That way we can go our normal 2 hours and still have... Yes, Touch Portal. I actually used Touch Portal on my phone prior to getting a Stream Deck. Stream Deck is more flexible. Touch Portal allows for way more customization. It lets you do some straight up like macro programming on it. And if you, back when I was doing my Twitch, I had a little green dragon. It's my Discord icon, my little green dragon, gamer dragon, with antlers. I had him up on my screen, and I would have buttons in Touch Portal that would change which outfit he was in. Mm-hmm. And I had him dressed up as Great Macau from Monster Hunter. I had him with a face hugger on his shoulder. I had him happy and angry and sad, and I had a whole bunch of different versions of it. And Touch Portal did that in one button push.
Yeah.
Instantly changed it. Stream Deck will do that, but there's a little delay between each change, so it's not just immediate like Touch Portal was. So it was actually better at doing multiple changes at once. I also had it to when I started my Twitch, I would push my go live button. It would put me onto the starting soon countdown. It would start the timer. It would mute all of my microphones and everything. It would play my intro music, which for me, I had Spotify going on no copyright sound, so it would just start playing my Spotify. It would do my 5-minute countdown. At the end of the 5 minutes, it would transfer me into the game window and unmute all my stuff. So I didn't have to try to mess with OBS while I was going live. It was just one button and it did it. I loved Touch Portal for that. That was so nice.
Yeah. So that's our upcoming schedule changes. Just a couple. Actually, I guess we have a couple more, not necessarily schedule changes.
Yeah.
But
So Wednesday, which would normally be our Dragonbane game, we finished. They actually finished the game.
nobody died.
Nobody died. It got close a couple times, but nobody died. So Wednesday we are going to go live at our usual Dragonbane time, and we're just going to be doing like a wrap up and our thoughts, players' thoughts, everything for Dragonbane. So we'll be doing that on Wednesday at our usual time. So 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We'll be going live for that. It probably won't be as long of a stream. I probably won't do the 30 minutes before and after for it. I might, but probably not. We're probably just going to do a, since it's all just going to be a chat session, we don't really need the pre and post chat session.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. We'll be going through and talking about the game, the system, the actual modules. What do we think about it? What do we like? What do we dislike? And then the next week, so going on into through October, we will be doing big box games. So we've got Mr. Torg, we've got Mice and Mystics, we have Roleplay Adventures, we have Monster Hunter, we have Frosthaven. We've got all these big box games.
Gloomhaven. Wait, not Gloomhaven. It's Gloomhaven Lion Jaws.
Yeah, whatever the other one is. We're gonna get some people out here and we're gonna play through some of the stuff.
And by people, Mike and Ash.
Probably Mike and Ash. Maybe get some other people if we can.
Yeah.
But,
I'm seeing if Ian and Devin can work it, but their schedules are kind of.
Yeah. So we will play through. We probably won't play through the whole box because that's a long run. We'll probably do a week or two on each one and just go through some of the stuff on it.
So my thoughts are to kind of start with Mice and Mystics, and we're just gonna play until we fail, and we'll cut those segments up into whatever and release those. That's kind of my thoughts, and that might change because that could do us one video, or that could do us 4 videos.
No clue.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for that because we've always wanted to actually play through all of Mice and Mystics and haven't, and that's a good gateway game.
I was sick at home and I set it up because you can play it one player, and I played through the entire campaign by myself in Mice and Mystics. It took me all day long. Elgato, you're making me mad.
And Mice and Mystics was one of our huge gateway games for us. So and we haven't played it in a couple of years because it is a intensive game.
I was bringing it to all of Extra Life and the game store stuff, and it would never fail. By the time I got it set up, nobody wanted to play it.
Yeah, because we were too tired, too late. Nobody wanted to play something heavy early, and so but yeah, so I'm excited for that. And then November,
Cyberpunk Red. We're gonna change the Wednesday. It won't be Dragonbane anymore. It'll be Cyberpunk Red. Yeah. So that'll be going on.
I think we've decided it's going to be Fantasy No.
Well, there's only one option.
Yeah, there's only one option to play through VTT for Cyberpunk Red, and I can't remember exactly what it is right now.
If I just do this, if I just transition this over, then we don't have to worry about any of that
messing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really need it right now.
No, we don't need it right now. So we'll just go to our one cam.
I'm like, I can tell you what it is. I just need 2 seconds. Not Foundry. That's what we're currently using.
It's Fantasy Ground.
Is Fantasy Ground?
It's Fantasy Ground.
So yeah, we're gonna be using Fantasy Ground, which honestly is kind of similar, I think, to how Foundry works, where you just buy.
It's very similar, yes.
Yeah, and
Um,
then yeah. So I'm excited for Cyberpunk.
the only reason we're switching off of our usual um, Alchemy and Foundry is because all of the modules for Cyberpunk are only available on Fantasy Grounds.
Mm-hmm.
So while I can get the system on any of them, I can only get the modules on Fantasy Ground.
Yeah.
And I love you guys, but I am not spending hours and hours and hours bringing everything into a VTT.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work when I could just click a button and have it do it.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I'm actually excited to try some of the different VTTs because my only previous VTT experience before playing with Dapper a couple years ago, we did like an alien one shot.
Yeah.
And my only previous experience was Roll20 and I hated it.
Roll20 is good, but it takes a lot of setup.
Yeah, and that was as a player, and I just did not enjoy at all. So that's Castle Red Fox. But yeah, so I am looking forward to that.
Welcome, Castle Red Fox.
Yeah. Trying to think. We're trying not to become a wholly Free League channel because that was literally I want to play in Vossen, and Steve's like, we can't
just go Free League,
yeah.
Free League. I mean, we could.
Yeah.
We could, but then we're going to be in the Free League spiral.
Yeah.
Where we just can never escape it, which not a bad place to be, just not where we want to start.
And I don't know, we have so many systems. Like I'm yeah. Plus what we own on, not physical, because Humble Bundle is a great resource for buying stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of systems that I haven't got to run, or have done very little, like Genesis. I've done very, very little with Genesis, but I've loved what I've done with it. I love the weird dice system. It's proprietary, it's confusing, it's over the top, but it does some really good mechanic stuff that I haven't seen anybody else do.
Yeah.
Your success and your fail are not the same as your crit success and your crit fail.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fail with a critical success and you can succeed with a critical fail, and it gives you so many more weird options that aren't usually in the games.
Yeah.
So that's something I would really like to see, because the only game I played in that, we played Star Wars one time at was it Extra Life or Free RPG? It was Free RPG.
I think it was Free RPG Day.
Yeah. So that's the only experience we've had with that.
Yeah, and it was a really good time.
Yeah.
When the Wookiee can get its arm ripped off and then beat people with it. That's
Well,
a good
no,
time.
the Wookiee ripped people's arms off.
And then beat people with it.
He didn't tear his own arms off.
No, I thought he did lose an arm and just kept.
He did lose an arm
with
towards
it.
the end, yes, but no,
Yeah.
it was
It was a good, and we have the starter set somewhere. It might be at Mike's house.
Mike has it right now.
Yeah.
Or it's burned and it doesn't exist anymore. I don't
we'll
care.
just
It's
buy
not,
another
I'm
one.
not concerned.
What do I have?
The starter set for Star Wars.
I don't think so.
It might be there. It might be here. It's lost somewhere. I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
We never got rolling in Star Wars because there's 3 versions of the rulebook.
Mm-hmm.
One for playing a Jedi, one for playing Rebel, and one for playing Empire. And you kind of need all of them if you want to do a full game.
Yeah.
The only Star Wars TTRPG I have is somewhere hidden from when they released the special editions of episode 4 through 6, and they had the Star Wars Kids magazines, and they had a pre-order for a special TTRPG back then.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it was basically Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition.
Oh, okay. That is.
But back when that was what almost everything was.
Yeah. Something pinged in my brain to talk about, and then it went away.
As brain things do.
Yeah.
As brain things do. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Well, now that we have Mike back, what's been going on with you, Mike? Anything fun?
Path of Exile, Monster Hunter update with Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow. Final Fantasy 14 update with Monster Hunter next 2 weeks after.
We get chocobos in Monster Hunter.
Oh.
And we
Yeah.
get Sacreds in Final Fantasy 14, and we get a mount that's 2 Palicos pushing you on a cart.
Okay.
Hey, that happens in Monster Hunter. You just don't want it to happen.
Yeah, that was actually my favorite thing in the 14's update is we actually get the you carted animation as a mount.
What I really like in Monster Hunter, you have the little recovery cat that will in wilds that will pop you back up when you cart. If you chase him after he pops you up, he actually runs all the way back to camp to his normal spot. And if you're in camp when somebody gets it, he actually like tunnels in to go get them. So he isn't just like a little animation that disappears. He actually tunnels to you, pops you back up, and then runs all the way back to camp.
Nice. I do know the Monster Hunter fight. It looks like they're adding emote actions that are going to be required for doing the fight. Because there were like shield bubble abilities that are from 14 that were being used in the video showing the fight with Omega.
Nice.
Okay.
Also, they added Pictomancer attacks, so they're painting anime style shit that falls on the enemies actually does damage in Monster Hunter.
Interesting.
I have no idea how that's going to work.
I love the Monster Hunter crossover stuff they do. I even like the stupid Leshen, the Uber Leshen that was just a pain in the ass. I've loved all of it. The last Final Fantasy one was during Worlds, and it was we had a Kulu Yaku that was holding one of the Final Fantasy crystals instead of his rock.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get him to drop it, and it kept powering him up and making him bigger. And then we had the Behemoth. The Behemoth fight was great. Especially since it got you a Kinsect for glaive users. That was really fun.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. Overlays.
Overlays.
And possibly not using Discord to do our stream.
Yes. I want to change our overlays. I want to get better overlays. If you've watched Top Hats Off for the Alien game that we just did finish this last week, I made a much better overlay for that than I use for our channel. So I need to up my game for our own channel.
Yes.
This overlay works. It's not bad. It's boring and plain. I can do better.
Yeah. And I mean, we'll segue into he guest spots on Top Hats Off all the time. I got to guest this last month, which was really cool, and play with people I don't normally get to play with or interact with.
We did the second of the Aliens like starter box campaign type things, which is Destroyer of Worlds, based very heavily off of the movie Aliens. Mike has not got to play this one yet. He's going to like it because it's way more combat focused than the other one was. So you actually get to shoot at things. That was fun. We ran through that.
I died to a queen.
What was that?
And you all died to a queen at the end.
Yes. Yeah, they didn't all die. 2 of them survived.
He killed me again. In the same way.
It was a lot of fun. So we did 4 weeks break between the two, like the first part and the second part of the Star Trek, Star Trek Endurance, which is Dapper's second channel, Top Hats Off. That's his current running thing is Star Trek. I'm usually Dr. Hobnall on that, but we took a break. So of the 4 weeks we were out, weeks 1, 2, and 4 were Alien, and weeks 3 was Scots and Cats, which Maddie, who is one of our players, she's like one of the doctors that controls the weather machine or something like that. That's it goes beyond me, but you know, she's
so much fun.
She's actually got a PhD. It's Dr. Maddie. But she writes little RPG stuff. She actually has OK Roll as her channel on YouTube, which we should probably link somewhere at some point.
I'm probably gonna go through after we post the video and update some of the description stuff since we talked about a lot of stuff.
But yeah, she runs that. They do a lot of fun stuff over on her channel. But she wrote a 1-page, it's actually like 1-page front and back adventure that is based off of the little meme post of if every domestic cat in the world invaded Scotland, then every Scot would have to fight off 114 cats. So that was the idea for her 1-page adventure. So we did the play test for that. It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun.
You can actually pick that up over on the Top Hats Off again. So that was fun. We did that. We did Alien. Next week we are back to Star Trek. I get to be Dr. Hobnall again.
So wait, you guys are transitioning into TNG from original, and you're still gonna play Dr. Hobnall?
No, we already did.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
during the TOS,
Okay.
I was Hank Lanford,
Oh, that's
the
right.
science
Okay,
officer,
okay.
and then that was Star Trek Lexington,
Okay.
and now we're on to Star Trek Endurance, which is a different ship. It's the Kongzi, and we're kind of TNG Voyager era.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think. Oh yes, the inclusion of
Mhm.
chat in Scots and Cats was so much fun. So
Amazing.
Maddie added it kind of towards the end because she knew she was going to be streaming it. She added in a mechanic where the chat gets to help yeet the cats.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to be the mayor of the town. And whenever Maddie asked me to, I would start the chat in a count. And they had to count sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever they got to, that was the number of cats they yeeted. The first time they got to like 5, and then they got to like 20. And then they broke this system and just counted indefinitely. And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then Maddie's like, we have to make it harder. You have to count by the Fibonacci sequence. And they rolled right into it. And we're getting into the tens of thousands.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was amazing.
And yes, Jason, more face holes are needed. I will at some point get Starfleet to approve my mandatory face hole surgeries.
No comment. But yeah, so it was a treat for me to get to play with like Dapper's crew, and it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was. I'm excited to be back to Star Trek though. I've been missing my Star Trek.
I'm also excited he's back to Star Trek because that's a day that I can go do me things like petties with girlfriends and stuff like that. So
yeah, so like Jason's saying, for the Maddie's counting thing, nobody could go back to back, so you couldn't like, I couldn't just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I couldn't do that real quick. Nobody could go back to back. You could not miss or double a number. So as soon as something screwed up, that was it. It was over. And the chat got that system down so fast.
yeah.
Dapper's chat is amazing. I can't think of any other chat that I've ever been in that would
No.
have got that quickly.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we have a few minutes left. I think to wrap up, if you are local to us, there are a few really awesome things coming up at Crazy Squirrel. So they're having a fall craft fair this weekend, where a bunch of people have signed up for booths and they're selling handcrafted stuff, and it's really cool. I'm gonna go and try to pick up some gifts for people. And then the Saturday, the 11th of October, is Squirrel's 15-year anniversary. So there's going to be some stuff going on for that. I'm not really sure what, because I haven't been involved, which is kind of crazy and kind of cool. So I get to be surprised. Also, if you're just in California, the Casa de Fruta Renaissance Fair is on the 18th, and we're going to dress up and go with some friends because it's her birthday and she wants to go. And then Halloween.
Halloween! I love Halloween.
Extra Life this year is on November 8th, so it's only 24 hours and not 25.
Sad.
Yeah. I don't know how long the stores is going. I don't know if they're gonna do an overnight thing or just during store hours, so
Yeah, we don't
they're
know
still deciding.
what we do will be dependent very much on what the store does.
Yeah.
Because that'll depend on whether we're there or not. So we will do something for Extra Life.
Yeah.
We always run some donations and things, so we'll pop like a QR code up on our thing for people to do donations and all that fun business. And we'll either be streaming from here or from the store.
Yeah.
It'll just depend on what's going on, and we're not 100% sure on what we're going to do. I know we had talked about doing one of the exit games, one of the little adventure. One of these guys.
Oh yeah.
These are the adventure games. These are like a choose your own adventure book in
Yeah.
board game form. They have a little app that reads the book for you, because otherwise you have to get in this book and you have to be like,
Read all of it.
I use item 35 on item 206, and you have to get in this book and look up and like, oh, well, does that do anything?
We've also talked about dressing up for good critters or doing a big good critter game,
Mhm.
which I do want to do. This is like a 4-hour game.
These are
Like,
long.
these are
These
like
are
4 to
long.
6 hours,
Yeah.
depending.
These are very long.
Um,
But they have cards in there that represent the map and the items.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Uh, and I've actually, for a Secret Santa for 1 year, I actually I drew like custom standees for somebody of their own characters
he
and
did.
sent them to him
Yeah.
so that he got his own like standees. And I might do something like that for Extra Life.
Oh, it'd be fun. Just to put it out there, Mike's birthday is coming up in November because it's on my calendar.
Yep.
Um,
We'll just do something at Extra Life since 2 days before.
yeah. And then nobody needs to know about Steve's dentist appointment. But yeah, other than that, like, there's some cool stuff going on if you're local to us, or if you're in California, or if you're just, on the internet and want to do Extra Life. Find a local place to do Extra Life.
Yes, definitely find a local place.
Yeah.
Go do Extra Life if it's in your area. Go. Proceeds go to local children's hospitals, and unlike most like charity drive type things, where it's like, oh yeah, it all goes into a pool and we divide it up. It
Yeah.
goes to your local
Yeah.
children's hospital. So ours goes to the Valley Children's in Fresno.
This is our, technically it's in Madera.
In Madera, yeah.
This is our 9th year that we have done Extra Life, because we've been doing Extra Life since 2016, apparently. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all we had.
Yeah.
So like I said, we're only going to do an hour today. We usually do 2, but we're going to run up the hill, and we don't want to be going up there that late.
Yeah, because we both have to work, and we're now both, I'm finally feeling better from COVID, so I have energy.
Yay!
But, yeah.
So yeah, find us on the Patreon. We'll get your cat photos there. We are going to start doing some of like, they'll be semi-planned where we'll be recording for our Sundays, and we will put up a live stream onto the Patreon so that people who are patrons can actually watch us learn to play games.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see our crazy, because we always play it once where we're not recording, and it's just us learning and going crazy, going through the rules.
Yelling at each other.
And then we do a recorded version. So you guys will get to see that like
Crazy.
system of what the hell are we doing, where we set the board up like 10 times, making sure we're getting it right.
Yeah.
Where we get 90% of the way through the game and realize we've been missing a rule or something. So we'll be doing that on the Patreon. So definitely
Yeah.
hit us up there, toss us a buck, get some cat photos.
Saturdays are going to be cat dump photo days now,
Saturdays will be cat dump photo days.
because it's too hard for me to do it like every day or every other day.
Yeah. Let's see. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube's.
Share.
Definitely share. We want to build the channel. That's more important to me than even the Patreon. Let's get us out there, get some sharing, show your friends.
Yeah.
We figured our camera out better now. It's no longer fuzzy.
Yes.
So our last fuzzy main cam video is out.
Yeah.
So fuzzy being out of focus, not fuzzy being the cat, because she's gonna appear all the time. So make sure you like and subscribe here on the YouTubes. And then the Discord, it's not locked behind Patreon. Everybody can join. So we don't do the Patreon locked Discord. If you want in the Discord, you get in the Discord.
Yeah, come hang out with us. We have food and photos and 3D printing and just, general.
All weird, crazy stuff. We do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, join us there. We'd love to have you there. This actual chat, like today when we're doing the Sunday Sundries, is open to the Discord.
Yeah.
So as long as you are not being like doing something that's going to get us kicked off of the YouTubes, you're welcome to drop in and chat with us. That's how Mike joins us here.
Yep. Just for the next one, you will want to change your Discord. It has a noise gate thing that occasionally knocks off your audio.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll fix that there.
Yeah.
It's very rare, and it doesn't make sense because it's not like you're turning. It's when you're turned away from the camera, it still catches it.
Oh, that's weird.
You'll be talking straight at it, and it'll just like blank for like a half second.
Oh,
Huh.
that's very odd. It might just be because OBS is taking the same mic, but that's actually we might look into doing lapel mics for some of our stuff. This channel, this show, probably not, but for some of our other ones, we're probably going to go to lapel mics.
Yeah.
But we got to find good lapel mics, because cheap lapel mics are garbage.
Yes. And I'm not buying garbage anymore.
No, we don't need no garbage.
So, but thank you everybody for tuning in and hanging out and listening to us just ramble about nerd shit.
Yeah.
So,
We will catch you guys on Wednesday for our final wrap up on Dragonbane.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bloop. All right, we're out.